Today, we're going to talk about something many of us have seen online, those fake warning messages. Our goal here is simple, to help you understand how they work so you can stay aware, stay calm, and ultimately, stay safe. This isn't about creating fear, it's about building your confidence through knowledge.
Yeah, seeing a message like this can really make your heart skip a beat, right? And it's designed to do just that. But the very first thing to know is that this is usually just the beginning of a common online trick. It's not a real threat coming from your computer.
So let's get right into it. First up, we're going to break down what these fake warnings actually look and sound like. That way you'll be able to spot them right away.
So what exactly is a fake tech support scam? Well, at its core, it's a trick. Someone literally invents a problem that doesn't exist, and then they offer to sell you the solution. The most important thing to remember is that the problem itself was never real in the first place.
These pop-ups are designed to hit all your panic buttons at once. They'll throw loud, annoying beeping sounds at you, flash urgent messages to make you act without thinking, and they'll even use familiar logos from companies you trust, like Microsoft or Apple, just to make it all seem real.
And here is the single biggest difference you need to know. Scammers will always try to get you to call a phone number that's right there in the pop-up. Real companies just don't do that. They offer help through their official websites, and they will never, ever ask to take control of your computer out of the blue.
All right, so what happens if someone does call that number? Well, the scam follows a very predictable path. It's like they're all reading from the same script.
It starts with that pop-up. If you call, you'll get someone on the line who sounds very professional and helpful. They'll patiently guide you to install some software, which, of course, gives them full access to your computer. Once they're in, they'll pretend to run scans and find all sorts of scary-looking problems. And then they'll ask you to pay up to fix them. It's really important to understand what's actually motivating them. This whole thing has nothing to do with fixing your computer. It's about something much, much simpler. First and foremost, they're after your money. They want you to pay for a repair service that you absolutely do not need. But it doesn't always stop there. They're also hunting for your personal data, things like your banking information. And of course, just having control of your computer can be valuable to them for other reasons down the line.
And these scams have real consequences for people. For instance, there was a case where a man saw one of these pop-ups and, believing his computer was in trouble, paid a good amount of money to get it fixed. It was only later that he found out his computer had been perfectly fine all along. The whole situation was just a story made up to take his money.
Okay, now for the most important part. Let's shift gears and focus on the simple, practical things you can do to protect yourself and stay completely safe from this kind of trick.
So let's imagine it. You're just browsing the web, and boom, a loud flashing pop-up takes over your entire screen. In that moment, what is the right thing to do?
Here's your checklist. The first step is to just close the browser tab. If that doesn't work, close the whole browser. The most critical part is this: do not call the number, and do not install any software they ask you to. If you're still worried, that's okay. Just talk to a friend you trust or call a local, real technician, not a stranger from a pop-up.
If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. These scams only work if they can make you feel rushed. Your best defense is to simply pause. Just take a moment to think, verify what's happening, and whatever you do, don't rush. And let's repeat that core idea one more time because it is that important. Real, legitimate tech companies will never use a scary pop-up with a phone number in it. That's just not how they work. Knowing that one simple fact is often enough to protect you completely. Look, being online has its challenges, and this is just one of them. But the goal is not to be afraid of technology, it's to stay informed and to be cautious. Your awareness really is your best protection. If you can stay alert, you can stay safe.
Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay aware, and maybe think about sharing this information with your family. Helping the people we care about stay informed is one of the best things we can do to protect everyone.